Ladies and gentlemen, we have for you the second quarterfinal between Coyote and Hedgehog. These identities are pretty well guessed, but we'll have to see because the guesses are both players I'm very familiar with. So maybe I can bring some insight, or maybe these games can. I'm excited to guess. Alrighty. We have Desert Paradise for our first map here. We're going to have, I believe that is Boulder Forest, and I cannot read that other one for Hedgehog. And then we've got Desert Void and Dry River for Coyote here. It's looking like we avoided the hybrid maps, even though we've got one for our admin pick. Same band and pretty much the same map preferences. Yeah, that seems about right. Sonic is on left. Welcome. We have on the left here Hedgehog with the Italians as their first pick, Britons, Malay, Ethiopians, Portuguese, and Romans. And we're pretty sure Hedgehog is Nando, I think. This is a very Nando draft, I would say. I would not be uncomfortable saying that Nando would draft these civs. I haven't really seen Nando play Romans, but they're a good civ overall. Malay can be good. They're not really an archer civ, but they can be really good. At least it's not what I think of when I think Malay. Everybody else, on the other hand, definitely an archer civ, definitely a good civ. On the flip side, we have Japanese, Koreans, Malians, Khitans, Lithuanians, and Hindustanis. I would definitely say that this draft is well equipped to deal with archers. There is going to be a lot to be said about how micro and early game fights are taken, because I feel like if you're Coyote here, and if you're trying to play the best you can, then you know you're up against Hedgehog, and Hedgehog obviously going to be an archer player just from what we saw from them in the past. So I am excited. Nando does play Romans from time to time. Good to know. I mean, I guess Romans you can just go archers and use the good eco, but no, I'm interested to see Donakill is an interesting pick over Sunburn or Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake. Yeah, I said that right. Alrighty then, I am pretty good to jump into game one here. I'll show this one last time. We've got Hedgehog versus Coyote coming up, and they are suspected to be Nando and Megafish, so very excited. I will be watching very closely to see what these two have to offer us. Let's go ahead and boot up game one, shall we? Who's ready? Who is ready for game one? Because I know I am. You guys are going to get the unfiltered tea time that isn't working or isn't worried about like crashes or anything like that, so I get to yell a lot. Alrighty then. Let me very quickly see if this is going to work. Add source. No, it is not. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to, you're never going to guess it. This is, in fact, Coyote versus Hedgehog. I know I added these in here. Where are they? Okay, there it is. Okay, cool, perfect. That's the wrong image. I'm so good at this. Beautiful. Hopefully that works. Alrighty then. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game one of the second quarterfinal of Secret Desert Cup. We have in the green, on the Malians, Coyote. And we have in the red, on the Italians, Desert Hedgehog. And the map is, of course, Desert Paradise. Now, this is not a map that I have cast before, but just right off the bat, we've got some fish here on the sides. Got a nice little open and clearing in the middle with these relics. Lots of gold in the middle as well. Some interesting tree lines and fish on the opposite side, of course. I'm going to go ahead and assume that, like, people wall here and then like play around the sides, but I don't know if we're going to see that here. I'm very interested to see what these players do. Going to be pushing Zebra now for Coyote. If this is Megafish, that makes total sense. Are we pushing Deer on the flip side? Early Elephant for Red instead. I definitely think it's a very Megafish thing to do to start pushing Deer before you've fully scouted. I think he's done a good job of scouting, but he hadn't even found all of his goats yet. So that's just that little bit of a difference there. Oh, we're not even taking it. Let's go, pogging out of our mind. I was gonna say that's just a little bit of the difference in priorities, but maybe that was just a decision we made because we found deer so quickly. I really, really hope that Nando, aka not actually Nando, but the Desert Hedgehog, I hope that we see something unique out of him this set. I think that if we see just archers, that's going to be fine. If we see our Hedgehog just do what they're comfortable with and win, there's nothing wrong with that. But if Hedgehog gets down a set, if Hedgehog gets behind in any of these games, I'm going to need to see some creative juices flowing. I'm going to need to see some solutions that can't be solved with arrows, and I wonder if we're going to get to see that here in the quarterfinals. Elephant coming in now at 345 for our red player. On the flip side, Elephant is down and under for Coyote. Now, this is Hedgehog's second Elephant, so that's important to keep in mind. Coyote took a little bit of that food from that first Zebra, so still going to have a full second Elephant here, and is probably going to be using it to go through into Feudal Age. I hear a little bit of doinking. Am I crazy? Oh, there's the doink boys, and we see the dock on the same side for both players. It's about half up for green. It's just now going up for red, but crucially, no scouting for the green player because we pushed that deer. Red's going to be going for the hill. We're going to be doing a little bit of micro here. We don't have to worry about feudal coming in. I don't think we're doing enough damage fast enough with that hill there, Red. It was good damage, but it would have been close. I appreciate backing off there for both players. Doc does go up for green, and a fishing chip is queued. We're going to be sending that bill home. All of the walling so far has been on the edges, which is interesting to me. I feel like lower elo players, or even me, would kind of think to wall the front to make it take as long to get there as possible, but I think these players are way more worried about what's coming from the side, because middle pressure and control is going to be the name of the game here for certain, so not really too worried about walling off where you want to go. Doesn't send a great mental message. Second elephant going to be in for green. Now we see the force drop off. We're trying to click feudal. Red nowhere near feudal with both elephants in, but then again, no deer pushed as well. Going to be a fishing chip out for red. It's going to be 1-2 on those fishing chips. The eco is looking really good on both sides, but I think Coyote is going to be able to get where he wants to be a little bit quicker. We see Loom click for Hedgehog as we get that last bit of food in. I think this is just going to be a little off time as we take both of those sheep out from under the TC for red. We're a little flustered, maybe. A little bit distracted, almost. Loom going to be coming in. Feudal is a minute 30 away for green now. And Coyote is all in on this wood. I wonder if we're going to see a dock on the other side as well, or if we're going to look for some sort of quick feudal aggression. Maybe a fire ship, maybe a galley, who knows? I think fire ship is definitely the right play in early feudal here, especially when you've got a minute on your opponent to feudal. If we're not going to go for some sort of pressure on the water, then this wood should be put towards either skirms or archers or something to the effect. Either way, it's good stuff. Where's my good friend, Addictive Space Me? Sadly, Addictive had to go after set 1. He has a life. Nando already disassociate from having to play Megafish? Well, the thing is, I don't think Nando knows he's playing Megafish unless Nando thinks this is Megafish. And you gotta wonder, do the players in these tournaments psych themselves out by thinking they're playing against Arbase or Megafish, and then they're actually playing against, like, Apollo or Dino, and so they're literally just playing worse from the pressure of the potential threat? But no, I think that this is probably a set where we're going to see both of these players play very safe, but also very well, because they both think that they're playing against someone that genuinely is a threat to them, you know? I don't think Megafish thinks Nando is an easy win, and I don't think Nando thinks anyone is an easy win. So definitely going to be looking to see where the mistakes are made, to see who's feeling more pressured. Going to be throwing down some Palisades on that other side for Hedgehog. Double bit axe to start off Feudal Age. Gold already coming in for Coyote. That is going to be Malian gold, of course, which means they drop off more gold. That is going to be fantastic. Our little Dockville is going to be building as many houses as possible. That's 2 docks for Malians. That low health scout will die to that villager if we right click it. Fire galleys are, of course, going to be forward onto the fish for red. And red is going to be under a good bit of pressure here. It is 2 docks to 1, but if we don't click off of this, we're going to lose that first fire. And we're going to micro back now. That's good stuff. 1 fishing ship goes down for red, and that is going to see an eco lead for Coyote here. Another fire galley going forward. Scout still doink, doink, doinking away. Both players not really making any aggressive moves on land. I think that's pretty standard at this elo. You fight for fish, you get fish, or you don't get fish, and then you dock the other side and you fight for fish. We're going to be seeing Barracks, Range, and Blacksmith in the Feudal Age for Hedgehog. And it's going to be real interesting. This will actually make it so that the vills can't place down the building, and because it's an enemy unit, it's not going to auto-move. So if these vills are shift-tasked, they'll actually just go to whatever the next task is, because they can't complete this task. Okay, the scout is moved, so my point no longer matters. Horse Collar at 1330 for Coyote. That is a choice of all time, especially when you're, in my opinion, you were set up to win this water war. And I think my opinion is objectively correct, unless we blunder the heck out of this. This should be a quick cleanup on water for Coyote. And there's that dock on the other side, exactly like I said. Yeah. This is, so far, playing out about as standard as it can, truly. Lots of fire ships, though, for Coyote. Coyote really wants red off this lake. Wants this water to himself. Wants to kill those fishing ships. And we are going to be seeing a demo added. I genuinely wondered if we were going to see that. It should pop out and get big damage here, though. If we can immediately demo... maybe we don't need to. Okay, we definitely do need to. What am I saying? Okay, none of those fire galleys go down. Another one pops out. I think we clean up here, though. Yeah, the demo was worth... huge. Demo swinging that entire engagement for Hedgehog there. Having the wherewithal to see that we were losing this engagement, to pull back far enough that when the demo came out, oh, that was juicy. I really enjoyed that. Still a better position on that water for Coyote, but now a lot of that res is gone. As far as castle, though, man, Coyote is just absolutely a step ahead here. Economically, militarily. Archer's coming forward, but it's already full walled on the front, and that's going to be a problem for Hedgehog here. Not to mention, we scouted that archery range, we dropped a range of our own, and we said, that's fine. I've seen you go archers, I've seen you draft these civs, we've got a hole in the wood line, it doesn't matter. Because the skirms are going to pop out, and at this point in the game, equal number skirms should be fine to deal with this. We are going to lose a bill, surprisingly. Let's see how this goes. Fletching is now only a second away. We are going to outrange the skirms here. We could play this with micro if we want to. But I don't think we want to. Yeah, I didn't think so. Blacksmith going down still does not block the Great Hole of China. I like the attempt, though. This archer's probably going to walk right through and reveal the hole. Never mind, there's another hole down here. What am I talking about? We've got a holy tree line. Holy meaning set apart, for those of you who don't know. That's the literal meaning of the word. Oh, you thought I meant holy as in there's a lot of holes in it? No. This is the tree line from God, because red is getting so much value that he should not. And green's like, but I walled. No, my friend, you did not. There are many trees, and they plan for your demise. Skirm's going to be swinging back around. Castle's in. Fletching's in. Coyote looking strong and hot right now. Hot off the press, that is. Absolutely just got every bit of aggression that we wanted on water. Still forcing red to put res into this lake. I will say, I wish green had gone other lake as well. I wish we'd had some free farm on the back of this, but when you consider what's going on at home, when you consider the horse collar, which really, I'd wager to say horse collar is a little insane that early, but I may be wrong. And yeah, no, Hedgehog going to be popping out with those 4 fire galleys. It's going to be a reversal here. Hedgehog hoping to come home and beat up on Coyote's fish just like Coyote did to him. The fishing ships are going forward. Oh, there's no fish back here, that's why. It's 4-4 if we can take a good engagement here. Less health on the red galleys, but we have one galley down. We get the focus fire. Going to be bringing those fishing ships to block. Green has the advantage. Red getting a little bit lost in the sauce here. We should have pulled out the second those fish ships move, but I think we were looking somewhere else. And yet again, it's a cleanup for Coyote on this lake as the second TC goes down. We are going to be seeing a sexy old bow saw with that second TC. And it really doesn't matter that Coyote didn't wall any of this. We had the units, we had the res, we had the plan. And we're literally seeing Coyote come ahead just in front of Hedgehog in every way. They were first to feudal, first to military, first to all these things. And it's just compounding because, truthfully, Hedgehog hasn't gotten the damage back that he needs. Or the damage back that he deserves. We're going to be seeing quite a wall at home for red. I think that this is a fair assessment considering we know we're 45 seconds from castle, our opponent's up. We could be seeing anything at any moment. War galley in for green now, making it so that red is definitely just going to lose this water here. We are going to still try and sneak around and get those fishing ships. Do we see? We do not see. Fire ships looking as blind as freaking knights right now. And we're going to clean up all the fish from Coyote with these for certain. There's no way these get back fast enough. And that's all Coyote really was defending against at this point. Hedgehog. I was going to say, are we just passing? What's happening here? We see. Okay. We didn't focus down that first fire. Okay, fish goes down. Econ looking 54-50 right now. If Hedgehog can clean this up, it puts Econ around the same. And I'll remind you, red's been fishing on this safe pond for a while now. Honestly, since feudal. Green just now coming over. Nothing on the water yet. Got the skirms chilling in the middle of the map here. That's going to be a quick cleanup for the knights. Second and third TC going on those middle wood lines for Hedgehog. These knights are going to be making quick work of these skirms. Going to make it free for these potentially crossbow bodkin, unless we just go hard into knights, which is even hotter. But no matter what, this is a good army coming forward for Hedgehog. As we see the defensive castle at home for Coyote. Normally, I would not be a big fan of this, but I am a big fan because we're on the gold, we're in front of the TC, we're on this choke point. Ooh, good. Quick walls there. The berry still blocks. They're going to have to go around. Hanging out, you don't want to show that. The knights are just going to dive it. Knights are under the TC. Husbandry comes in. We're going to try and get a couple of knights here for denying that castle. Archers should not be able to deny this. There should be enough vills. We put ourselves in, though. If somehow these archers can survive this mangonel, stack here, we can get some vill kills, but that's a big mango shot onto the archers. Knights still raiding, and Coyote's nice, comfy game at home was looking threatened for about 3 seconds. Good responses all around. And I think that Coyote's going to be happy with this trade as we pull ahead even more in the economic unit game. As the last knight goes down and the archers were eaten up by that mango. Very good defense from Coyote. And I am absolutely loving the backside from Hedgehog. Hedgehog says, okay, I was up second, but I'm going to be first to wake up, and boom, baby. We're going to go forward with the knights. We're going to keep that pressure on. We're going to keep Coyote at home as I creep slowly into the center, getting more and more TCs up. We're going to get those relics in. You know that Catholics love those relics. That's not a statement about Catholics specifically. It's just, I'm pretty sure the Italians are Catholic. It would be wild if I was wrong on that, because that's where the Pope live, but I'm like 99% sure these Italians specifically were Catholics. Gonna be having another TC in the back now. That's gonna be 4 TCs for both players. 4 TC is gonna go up for Red first, but Red is still behind in economic units, as we're probably gonna lose a couple more vills to these knights. Oh my goodness. The monk got killed before the conversion went down. We're going to be losing at least 2, 3 vills and a monk. Minus, oh my goodness, more vills going down on the gold. They're trapped in there. TC does nothing. My goodness, 13-3. Hedgehog being on the back foot early does not mean an early resign. No, it means, okay, let me get to castle. Let me show you how to make a better castle age. 1 relic already in the bank, 2 on the way, 3 in control. Knight's going to sneak around the side here, see if we can't find something. All of the fire ships in the world, and nothing to burn. We see a nice outpost here. I love this. I have recently become an adopter of the outpost creep, taught to me by my good friend Nando. Knights are going to be swinging around now. We chopped through, and again, we're just under the TC. Oh my goodness, these +1/+1 knights absolutely ravaging Coyote. We're barely even having to think to get these Vil kills too. Oh, Coyote, you were looking so aggressive, so good, so strong, and then the second you got forced to do something at home, it's like, oh no, my cabbages. Fish on that second pawn for Coyote now, but it's been about 50% fish clean by this one dock for Red. I'd love to see a refresh dock from Red, or even just a single fire ship from Red on this dock. I don't think we know about it though if we're Red. Yeah, we don't know about it for Red. Outpost going up. You're gonna see that Gabetto, and that's 3 relics in. We do lose a Vil to that Gabetto, but the outpost goes up and the relic gets in. Gonna be bringing in some devotion for Hedgehog here. I don't dislike that. You can start picking up pretty good monk techs once you've got 3 relics, because you know that gold's just gonna pay dividends. Knight's definitely going to be an okay unit against Gabetto here. I do not dislike it at all. Gabetto using melee damage is going to actually harm them here, in my opinion. Not that the Knights have different armor for Pierce and melee. It's more just, I think the late game it matters more. I could be wrong, though. I could be literally talking out of my own butt right now. Knights are fed to the Gabetto. Very nice. Knights on the backside, still raiding. Oh, that could be a few more dead Vils if we can see this. They aren't really defended, and these Knights kill pretty quickly. Pike and Wheelbarrow coming in for Coyote. Light Cav, Iron Casting, Bow Saw for Red, and a very, very auspicious, or not auspicious, a very greedy, very almost dubious castle by a Coyote. But I like it. I don't think Red actually has the military to stop this right now. You've got 1 Light Cav here. That's enough Vils, though. This could be bad for Hedgehog. We got the relics. We might want to break those relics out of that monastery, take them further back, and we're going to see a defensive castle in response from Hedgehog at the bottom of the hill. The good news is Coyote's nowhere near Imp, so we're not going to have to worry about getting downhill trebbed at any point. But this is going to be on that TC. This is going to be on all that center gold. And Coyote's going to be absolutely loving what he can get for that 2-for-1 discount. This dock for Red goes up. We got 2 demos in there, but they are just demo rafts, whereas these are some thick looking fire ships from Green still. Pikeman, I like the addition here for the Malian player. I enjoy Gabetto as a unit, but I think when your opponent's on majority knights, you're probably good to go for some pikes in the front here. Gabetto also a great raiding unit. I'm going to be bleeding just like the smallest amount of wood here, but I really don't know if it matters, truly. I think that wood is a negligible amount to keep Coyote thinking that he's in a good spot, while Hedgehog gets up to Imp first. 2 minutes away. That's going to be almost a minute faster. It's going to be like 50 seconds faster for Hedgehog. Hopefully, Hedgehog can use that 50 seconds to get a Treb out. We've got Light Cav on the field, probably trying to defend against Monks, I guess. It seems like Red is really worried about Monks. They've gotten upgrades for combating Monks. They've got Monks themselves. I didn't think Malians were someone you especially had to worry about the Monks with, and we haven't really seen a glorified amount of Monks. In fact, Green doesn't even have a Monk. So I wonder if we're going Light Cav just because we had food. I don't really feel like we have res. What is Red's plan here? I really hope that we have the res for Trebs, because I think that's what Red has to do here, is they have to be the first one to Treb. When you have the Imp advantage and you're up on Eco now, you just have to. You can't sit for any longer. Coyote has been sitting for quite a while, going to be adding another TC once again. Definitely playing a very safe game here. Going to be teching into Long Swordsman. We are potentially going to be seeing some of those good old, what is it? Am I blanking? Am I crazy? Did they get rid of the tech? Am I thinking of a different Civ? I am thinking of a different Civ. I was thinking of, I think, Armenians. But they do get bonus Pierce Armor, which is going to be great here if the Italian player goes into any sort of, like, Genoese crossbowman. But I think against the regular crossbowman and the knights, we're going to be doing just fine for Hedgehog here. Lines are being drawn in the sand. Imp is in for Coyote. Does Coyote click a Treb? No Treb yet. As the Treb comes out for Hedgehog, and no Treb is clicked for Coyote. Coyote going to be teching into Two-Handed Swordsman. We're going to be getting a forward siege workshop. But that Treb is going to start doing its work. And hopefully Hedgehog is able to get a good push going here, because I think if he is not able to win during this short timing, Malians are going to be real good late. We're going to have Farimba Campbells. We're going to have, like, some insane Pierce Armor, Handed Swordsman. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so good against Italians, and we've got to use our timing here. Oh my goodness. Are we going, like, champion Siege Ram? Is that what's happening right now? Is that what's happening in my quarterfinals game when our opponent has 2 Trebs? I love it. This is hot. Our Italian player is getting chemistry, but we don't have anything but fletching, and we don't have Arbin or anything, so we're going to have chemistry crossbows with some light cav. The Trebs are going to be absolutely bleeding Coyote down to the point where he can't put down another castle, which is huge. We are hard committing to teching into champion here in the Imperial Age. Oh my goodness. These are going to be some thick Pierce Armor boys. They are not going to care about your castle one bit. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness. They go in ham. As they just, yeah, no, I don't know what I was worried about. What are arrows to these boys? Doing maybe 1 damage. Golly. Didn't even have to wait for the capped ram, just, oh, right, I can just do this. Yeah. Oh, man, do we have arson? No arson is unfortunate. Makes me cry, but that's because I'm an arsonist. I'd love to see one of these rams just go kill this Treb, or the champions, that's fine too. Yeah, rams are probably better due on the castle, that's for sure. Champs taken out of the Trebs, and oh my goodness. I didn't think it was a fast enough tech switch. Genoese crossbowmen, not what you want. Hand cannoneers have been queued to the max. We've got so many archery ranges, but most of those hand cannons are queued in the same range, so that's great. And they're also queued behind thumb ring, which is also great. We're going to want to have to cancel some of those hand cannons and maybe, okay, no, we're producing in all of them. We're good. I'm splitting hairs. Champion's absolutely going to be steamrolling. Capture him also going to be doing work. And yeah, no, just look how this doesn't give a crap about your TC fire. Like, you thought it cared about castle fire? What is TC fire? Oh my goodness. And this is what I was afraid of. I was afraid that Coyote was going to be able to get past that early timing to imp and just steamroll. I didn't know how he was going to do it, but this is a fully viable way to do it. Gonna be seeing Siege Onager? Is that what that is? No, just regular Onager? What are we getting Onager for? Do we not get Siege Ram? Is that what it is? No, we do not get Siege Ram. Okay. Hand Cannon's gonna be trying real hard to bust through these Rams. Champion's gonna be popping out. I don't know if we have enough Hand Cannons quite yet. Gonna be getting some melee armor and melee attack on the flip side. Going for Condottiero to go in front of the Hand Cannons. I like this. The good thing about the condos is you don't have to really wait for upgrades. It's an Imperial Age unit. You can just kind of throw it in front of the Hand Cannons to give something to distract those champions. That's good damage here, but I think that if the Hand Cannon mass continues, it's going to look much worse for Coyote. As we have a castle on both sides here that could be making trebs, and they're not. But we don't really have gold anymore since losing those relics. Actually, in fact, I don't think we have any more gold for Hedgehog because he lost that center. We really needed those trebs to take out that castle and get that push back into the center for the gold. Otherwise, the second these hand cannons die, they're dead. I did make a comment about moving those relics back into the base much earlier for Hedgehog, but I think that's a way more me thing to do. I don't think whoever this Hedgehog player is much in the fancy of running away, as I would put it. I say run away to live another day, but no. If we can get those relics back in, though, that would be super helpful. Again, 0 on gold for Hedgehog. What he's got on the board gold units-wise is what he has, unless he sells some of his, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 res. Another Siege Workshop forward for green is going to be going down to the hand cannons and Condottiero. I don't think I said that right. Who cares? Siege Workshop going to be going down for red as well. And we do see a Treb come out of the southern castle for red. Hopefully this will stay up. But with Cav on the field, I don't think the hand cannons, unless they're in position to defend this Treb, are going to be doing much. The hand cannons are too far away for my liking. I think this is going to go down. The Treb is going to get sniped, my friends. Negative melee armor. Really is unfortunate. Treb goes down. The hand cannons were not where they needed to be. If you're going to show a Treb like that, especially in a situation like this, you've got to be ready to defend it. We learned that last game from Scarab, from the last set. Seems like Hedgehog figured out what unit he needed to go, but now he's not going to be prepared for the, you guessed it, reverse switch up by Coyote. He went full into champions and now has teched into Cavalier. We have full infantry upgrades, full armor upgrades, full attack upgrades. Do we have Farimba? That'll be the nail in the coffin. Yes, we do. Farimba Cavalier, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we have enough hand cannoneer to deal with this, and we don't have any halbs or pikes or genbows, which means we forced the player with the anti-cav unit to go an anti-infantry unit so we could go cav. It was the big brain plays from Coyote the whole time. A little bit of light cav Hazar raiding on the backside here. Isn't going to be enough for red to pull back into this game, though. Farimba Cavalier absolutely sucking down these hand cannons. Oh my goodness. I've never seen a blotch of red become another blotch of red so quickly. Oh my goodness. We've got some unupgraded CA for the good old Hedgehog. No gold in the bank. I don't know if that's a misclick or what. And these Cavalier, these Farimba Cavalier, with their, yeah, oh my goodness. All that attack and nothing to do with it. We got unupgraded Spearmen. We're trying to get Bodkin. I don't know what the plan is. Are we trying to go Genbows? Are we getting Genbows? Got some Genbows producing. Onager coming forward to start eating up TCs. Still no Trebs from green, which is an interesting choice. The raids for red got cleaned up very quickly, and green is still just absolutely shoving it down mid. And we see the GG called. I think that there was a chance red won this game right when they hit imp, if there was a way they were able to get the units on the board that they wanted with those Trebs, but as soon as those champion came in with that +4 Pierce armor, oh my goodness, we just walked under the castle like it was nothing, ate those Trebs. Very well played from Coyote. I think Hedgehog did everything that they wanted to do as far as, like, they wanted to fight in early castle. They wanted those knights out. They wanted archer forward. They wanted to fight. And Coyote was just able to live. And I think it's due to that early water pressure, that early fishing ship kerfuffle, that late feudal age time for red was able to snowball for Coyote into this really safe position. Well played by both players. I think that this, from what I've seen from this game, game 2, game 3, it could go either way. I'm very excited to see what these players take us to. We'll take a quick look at the statistics. My genuine question is, here we go. Yeah, really close on the max vills. It was just Coyote had more longer, and that's the difference. That's always going to be the difference. Oh my goodness. Wait, no, I'm wrong. I thought Coyote was ahead on res. Hedgehog was so ahead on res. Did we just not have the right units? Were we losing res where we didn't need to? Was this from committing to trying to fight on water too much? Is that what this is? Did we lose 10k res on the water? I'm interested. Let's go to game 2. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. What did I miss? Kiki with the gifted subs. What? No way! Look what I got! I got a spill the tea emote, I think. Oh, sorry, this is not related. I got a spill the tea emote from that hype train from Kiki. It said I got this emote. That's the perfect emote for me. Thank you for the gifted subs, Kiki. I appreciate you so much. How are you? It's good to see you. Good morning. Game 2, right. I just didn't realize that I had missed something so huge. Is Kiki here? Oh no, Kiki's not here. I'll message her. I can't believe I missed that. Let's open up game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Where's Kiki? Kiki, thank you. Thank you for the gifted subs. I did not see I was casting. Crying face. Okay. All is right in the world. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game 2 of this Secret Desert Cup quarterfinal. We have in the green on the Lithuanians, Coyote, and in the red, on the Ethiopians, we have Desert Hedgehog. Coyote did take game 1. It was very close. I would have said that Hedgehog could have won that game at 2 or 3 different points, but it was just a matter of Coyote living it. Another early Rhino for Hedgehog. Hedgehog really likes to take those elephants ASAP. Coyote, I did not see push a early deer, but I don't think there's deer on this map, is there? No, there's no deer on this map. So it's just going to be an early Rhino for Coyote as well. This probably is standard on this map. I didn't talk about this map at all. This is my, like, worst nightmare. What is this? Who invented this? You should not. I don't want to. I can't. I need corners to run into and hide like the roach I am. You've cleaned up all the corners so that I have to stay where I'm supposed to. How dare you? This is Desert Void, of course. You've got your res at home and your res in your enemy's base. And then you've got like relics and maybe some gold and some stone out here, but that's about it. Not a lot to work with. I'm interested to see Ethiopians on a map like this. They can win games in feudal if they get enough archers out and they get enough damage. On the flip side, though, I feel like when I think Lithuanians, I think Castle Age because I'm thinking relics, I'm thinking monks, I'm thinking knights. But skirms are a good start here in feudal, I think, for Coyote. I think when you see Ethiopians and you see what Hedgehog has done in other games, you're very comfortable just going fast moving skirms here, and you're just chilling like a villain until you get to castle and get to do what you want to do as the Lithuanians. Kiki died. Kiki cannot die. It's not legal. Where there's nothing on this map, that's my point. This will be a wood game. I don't know. I don't know if either of these players will try and let this map get to a point where they have to be like relying on the market or trying to like do silly things. But no, I definitely agree. I think wood is going to be super pivotal in this matchup specifically. There's plenty of wood, I would say, around the original bases, but it can dry up real quickly. Does anyone know what the meta on this map is? Is the meta like, do you treat this like a feudal map? Do you just go like feudal aggression and try and win through getting bill kills, or what's the plan on this map? I haven't seen it played much, and when I played it, I just got freaking like men-at-arms rush. I'm gonna take a drink of my water because I realized that I think I talked for the entire first game without taking a break, so let me just sip on my water as Coyote is up to feudal, by the way. That is really good. I love it. I wonder, how did that happen? Am I crazy? What am I missing? Am I missing something, or did Coyote just play Dark Age better? No, there's Feudal Collect for Hedgehog. Gonna come in behind Loom here. So that's gonna be like, that's not too bad. We're about a third of the way behind from Feudal. That's definitely playable for Hedgehog, but we're seeing a bit of a theme here where Coyote is just such a fast player, and they're able to do what they want to do very consistently, as that lumber camp gets denied by the scout. Excuse me, that's exactly what I was talking about in the last game. If you happen to set down a foundation on an enemy unit, your vills just won't task because they can't complete the task. Unintentional little bit of a micro play by Green there. I do want to see what we see here in Feudal Age from Coyote. Coyote went up really fast. We're going to go double bit X horse collar. Okay, this is the second time that I've seen Coyote get horse collar, like, really early in Feudal. Like, really early in Feudal. Is this because we're going scouts? Is that the plan? Are we going Lithuanian scouts? Okay, I can understand that. I just don't feel like I feel like there's very few builds where you get horse collar like Coyote's been getting horse collar. It might be a personal preference thing. Maybe I'm crazy and they changed horse collar and now it's good to get early. And Green loses the scout there. Yeah, we were already low health. The scout comes in to help, and that's an archery range, which we know isn't going to get scouted. So our archer player is like, okay, you're not going to scout me now because I killed your scout. And Coyote's like, well, actually, scout number 2, Electric Boogaloo, all your archers belong to me. Spear for head. Red. Dead. Okay, this could be a Vill and a scout kill here. If we avoid that spear. I said it twice. I gave you 2 chances, and both times you did not. That's your fault. Hedgehog going to be getting up the archery range. Both players losing a singular scout at this point. No, I am wrong. Hedgehog also lost something else at some point, and I don't know what it is. No, that's KD. I'm stupid. What did Green lose? Did Green lose a Bill to a boar or something? We're even on eco KD. Or we're even on eco numbers, but the KD is different. There's no eco KD. What am I saying? I'm actually losing my mind. What other military unit got lost? Did we lose 2 scouts in front of my eyes and I just missed it? Am I the crazy one? I've always been the crazy one. 2 spears at home now, with archers in the bank for our Ethiopian player. And it's just going to be more scouts for Coyote, honestly. We're not wanting to go into skirms, not wanting to go for an archery range, which is interesting to me. I mean, you're Lithuanians. You can afford to make some skirms, I think. Not with the wood game, though. The wood game's a little dire, I will say. 2 scouts going forward now for green. Going to try and get in before the walls get up. If you can be greedy, I also like early horse color. Saves you a ton of wood, 6 to 7 minutes down the line. That's a good point. And if this is a wood game, like it was said earlier in chat, if this game is going to come down to wood, then it's important to save that wood as soon as possible. So I guess maybe for this map specifically, yeah, early horse color makes even more sense because you're just hurting on res so much. I don't love the max commit to scouts here by Coyote. We get stopped by the palisade walls, and red should be full walled here. Yeah, I'm not assuming red's the kind of player to leave a bit of a crack there. Scouts aren't going to be able to... I don't think that we have enough scouts to beat this yet because of those spears. If we could deal with the spears, we'd be chilling. Archery range is up and skirm is coming out. We're not fully walled for Coyote either. Deleting a house there to let those scouts in. Coyote lost 2 scouts. Okay, so I'm blind. Got it. We're in the eco. 1 skirm going to be coming in. We're getting good hits on the scouts. Spear goes down. Second spear goes down, and that's going to be a cleanup for Coyote. We had just what we needed there. We waited real patiently. Waited till we was deep in our base, too. And we should be able to run this down. Unless I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, we should be able to run this down. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was too confident. Maybe me and Coyote thought the same thing, and so I am no better. I thought for a second that these were outposts from red, and I was about to go off. Oh, we do lose another archer to the skirm. I guess the skirm can chase forever, can't it? Oh, when we're going for the archer micro, we're coming in. The other archer goes down because of the micro. Gonna try and kill the skirm with the 1 archer. Takes another skirm hit. Scout's gonna be coming in to clean up. And the archer goes down. Wow. Interesting play there. I don't dislike going back in for the skirm, but I think you're wasting a lot of micro to do not a lot there. Market goes down for red. Archer's at home still. Going up super early, then losing 2 scouts doesn't feel like mega fish. I agree. I definitely agree. My only thought is, if mega fish sees value, and he, like me, assumed, like, things were gonna kill. Like, when he had that first scout, and he was up against the low health hill and the low health scout, like, I thought for sure there's no way that you don't get, like, both there. I think what happened was he was clicking on the right side with the scout, and he was, like, clicking over here and it moved, and then he clicked over here and the scout did the pathing thing where it goes back, and it only had to happen twice for that downhill spear attack to get him, and he just underestimated spear damage, overestimated the pathing of the game, and underestimated the fact that the game will always screw you at any point if it's funny. Secondary walls for Hedgehog inside the base. I don't dislike this, especially since last game we saw Hedgehog also go for an earlier base. Hedgehog definitely seems like a player that wants to get to a point in the game where they have those techs they want. They're going up to castle early. They're going to get there first for sure. This might be Hedgehog's game. Like I said after game 1, I think that after seeing game 1, any of these games are either player's game, and it's going to come down to how they play it. I think switching to skirm should have happened so much sooner for Coyote. Like, I'm thinking the second you lose that second scout, I personally, I undo those scouts. I realize, okay, he's hard on archers. He's got spear out. I'm just going to go skirms, and I'm going to sit, and I'm going to boom. But that's not what we did. No bloodlines or armor versus fletching. Ooh, that is rough. But again, I don't even think that we should have been going scouts there. I think we wasted too much res there trying to go all for those scouts. And in the end, we really didn't get much for them. We just cleaned up some archers. I guess we prevent the early pressure and it gets us our walls up. That's a point that you could make because we were not fully walled when that first raid came around. Still 1 minute and 5 seconds till Castle Age for Hedgehog. Crossbow Bodkin is going to eat these puppies for breakfast. We don't even have armor. We have fletching on the skirms instead of armor. In 10 seconds, I'm 99% sure that this beats this. And not to mention, that's +2 range on him. Armor's going to be in for the skirms now, though. Man, you have such good timing here, and the archers are still in your base. My archers would have been out that gate before those upgrades came in. It's all about timing. Because now you're not going to be hitting to your opponents in castle, and then they can delay some more. Whereas if you're chasing down those skirms, the second crossbow bodkin comes in, and then you just turn on the eco, like, you can bust through this palisade. You can bust through this gold, no problem with crossbow bodkin. I honestly feel a bit of hesitation from Hedgehog. That's what this feels like. I say as a mango comes out, what am I talking about? Hesitate my butt. E-skirm and bodkin's already in, and this is that timing I was talking about. Literally, if we had engaged 10 seconds sooner, even if the skirms run away from us, then we're engaging and we're getting something with our +2 range. Whereas now we're on equal footing, if not in a worse place, because E-skirms with Lithuanian speed bonus and bodkin are gonna, I believe, be at the same range, right? Yeah, we're sitting at the same range on a counter unit, and that's just not a good place to be. We're gonna be going stone walls and siege workshop in response for Coyote. Hoping to... Oh, we're gonna wall in our own skirms, though. Look at that pathing. Oh, okay, they get through. Very nice. House does go down. If those skirms stand right there, that mango's gonna go crazy. 2 mangoes. Okay, if Red has the micro to play this well, this could be a fantastic early Castle Age push. I just gotta know, what are we doing behind this? We're getting that second TC up. What's crazy to me is Coyote was up to Castle second, and yet has that second TC first, and is in a better economic position as far as, like, booming goes. Whereas Red's just now gonna be getting up that second TC. Oh, and a mango goes down. First casualty of this early Castle Age war. We're gonna be trying to go for a sneaky mango shot on the crossbows. No, it goes onto the mango. The mango survives. Are those crossbows tasked on that barracks as we see another mango go down? If there's one thing I know about Megafish, is that Megafish can mango a micro. I messaged Megafish. I was like, Megafish, you want to play? And Megafish was like, no. I'm practicing my mango micro for this game called, like, Mango Soccer or something. It was like a game where you control, like, mangonels, and all the game is mango micro. And I know Megafish, I think, was practicing for that. So, if that is indeed true, we're going to see some insane mango micro out of green, but not the skirm micro. As we, oh my goodness. Okay, we return fire on the crossbows, but it's not equal by any means. It is still just the 1 mango for green, though. As we're prioritizing taking out the enemy's mangoes, and that's a 3rd or 4th mango for this 1 mango. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is the most value mango I've ever seen. You can buy this mango as Walmart, call it great value. I just had a stroke. 3rd TC is going down for both players now. Has not been started for green, it is starting for red, so this hopefully can even up. We'll see how the timing goes. But eco game wise, it's very close. Within 1,000 res. And all that 1,000 res is just from Hedgehog being up with better eco upgrades, I think. Trying to get more mango shots out. We're coming out for green now. Going for the split micro. Both players have 1 mango. There's more crossbows. But we'll lose more as this engagement goes on. A second mango for the first time. Green outnumbers the mango for red. And hopefully we see that mango micro practice come into play. Baby. That is 5-0 on the mango micro, by the way. If you can believe it. Maxi! Everybody say hi, Maxi. Who has ballistics? I don't think anyone has ballistics, my gamer. Oh, never mind. Red has ballistics in my gamer. I mean, ballistics against mangoes, though? Knights out. That's going to be a problem for green. In fact, it might be the only problem for green. As we see another huge mango shot. Skirms, there's enough skirms to deal with the unupgraded knight. You do lose the mango for Coyote, but Coyote is on 3 mangoes. Man, I wonder if Coyote just got the mango idea from Red, or if this was the plan the whole time. Because I wonder if Red never went mangoes, if we never see this mango domination from the player that is green. I was going to say, don't over-micro your skirms here. You just kind of want to sit them on that hill and let them kill the knights as they come out of the stable. Just kind of want to sit them on that hill and let them kill the knights as they come out of the stable. You kind of want to you just want to kind of, yeah, there you go. Honestly, I think it'd be really funny if we just kill this stable. It's been a thorn in our side. And we're going to be getting that free pikeman upgrade because we're Ethiopians, of course. Not that it's coming to much play. Men-at-Arms at 30 minutes for the Ethiopians is a choice of all time. Is it for the skirms? I question. Skirms do die to infantry if they can catch. I wonder. Again, it's Men-at-Arms, and we're against E-Skirm and Mangoes. Mango micro, let's see how it goes. And that's 1 mango down for green. Red is able to back up there. And that's going to be another mango down for green. It seems the defending player has the advantage on mango micro, which I would say is true. Oh, green. Oh, my friend. Oh, how I've missed you. Relics in the bank, baby. Let's go. Lithuanian player. Playing Lithuanians like a Lithuanian player would. Beautiful. When I see Lithuanians picked and then players don't get relics and they're in castle, I'm just like, my brother in Christ, why did you pick the Civ? It is quite literally probably like the one Civ that you have to get monks and have to get relics for you to reach your full potential. We already see some of that switch on the backside for green now. We're seeing those techs come in, that armor, that bloodlines. Going to be hopefully looking to go into a bit of a relic-boosted cavalry for the Lithuanians. On the flip side, it is still looking like Red is wanting to go for archers and mangoes, but I'm intrigued. We're putting a lot of res into infantry. We're getting infantry armor. We got men-at-arms, but I'm not seeing the vision. I'm not seeing where this is going to come into play. And I'm really worried that Red is just spending a lot of res right now because they think they need to make a choice. And really the choice they need is units and not to retech or something like that. Yeah, that knight alone is tanking those crossbows for a bit too long, in my opinion. I guess we're baiting in the knights with the mango, but the skirms are just going to come in, yeah. And that split micro, mango goes down, knights on the Vil, skirms on the crossbows. Oh my goodness. What a well done exchange by Coyote. He sees the opportunity. He sees that Red's not pulling back. He sees that we're trying to get those greedy picks on those knights. And he just comes in for absolute devastation. A castle on the right for Hedgehog. We're castling a relic. I would rather us garrison that relic somewhere. The castle's not really on the farm, so these farms are still very raidable. It kind of defends this stone. It doesn't defend this gold. We're up against Lithuanians. We should be expecting... We've seen knights at this point, in fact, from the Lithuanian player. We should know that they've got relics and that they are feeling strong and confident. Like I said, these knights are literally just going to run past this castle. They could run around and raid. Bad castle, in my opinion. I know I harp on castles a lot, but in a game where any player could win or where it's very back and forth, I feel like things like castle placement become even more important because it determines how much micro you have to spend defending these farms. If this castle is here and it's on this gold, on this stone, on these farms, I feel like it's so much better. But this, nah. We do defend there, which is well done. I think that's mostly due to Green not taking that as well as he could. He could have realized there was a castle there, gone around, engaged on the bills, etc., etc. Like, why are we building farms out here and not under our castle? Like, delete this barracks that you don't need and aren't going to use and build your farms here, my gamer. This is just raid central. You're going to be kicking yourself in 20 minutes when there's Cesar here. We got ourselves some good old hotels running around the top here. Going to be hopefully running right into this gold. If that does happen, it's going to be unfortunate for Coyote. Imp is in 2 minutes for Green, by the way, which is not a small deal by any means. Imp means Cavalier. Imp means some insane Lithuanian relic boosted Cavalier. It means Trebs. I don't think it means much else for us. I guess tower shields if you really want it, but I don't think you need it. And I think green is definitely in a really good position now. Red had that good first push. Red was really, like, getting that aggression. He was adding TCs at home, but we just lost the mango micro, and then we kept making mangoes, and then that put us down on res, and I don't know. I'm not 100% certain on what Hedgehog should have done differently, but hopefully he can figure it out before Imp Tex and all that comes in from the Lith player. Ethiopian camels are really good with the unique tech. Which unique tech is that? Oh, yeah, that would be the play, wouldn't it? I like that. Yeah, camels against the Farimba. Or they're not Farimba, what am I saying? The relic boosted. How many relics, by the way, 2? Only 2? There's no way he's only gotten 2. Have we not... Like, there's one right here, my gamer. We've got Monk. Oh, I see. Outposts. Very nice. Okay. This is going to be it. This is some Lithuanian Cavalier. We're getting Bracer for the skirms. We're coming forward. Our one castle is defending none of our eco. This is a choice of all time. Wow, we are really just tanking that mango. Okay, nice. Yeah, no. This is going way better than it should for red. We should have backed out of there much sooner than we did. We're getting archer armor. Very nice. Gotta make our skirms even more skirmy. And this is what I was talking about before. This castle with these farms, like, if these Cavalier are able to just kind of skirt around here, they could just end the game for red. Just constantly cause pressure. Constantly find a way to get in here, disrupt it. It's not going to be an issue for green at all. You don't even got to go in this way. Like, genuinely, if green knows about it too, they don't. But if green knew that this was just a palisade right here, or that there was literally a hole back here, like, you can come from either direction and just wreck red's base, in my opinion. Chemistry coming in for green. Red's going to be hitting Imp. I want to see what they do in Imp. Cavalier cleaning up quite a few bills there, exactly like I said. Not going to be enough crossbows to threaten these Cavalier. We are going to be trying to convert, though. That'll be good. I don't think we have the military in front of this, though. I think these Cavalier are just going to kill the monks. Click monk! Click monk! We're getting flunked! He's getting flanked by monks! I still don't think it matters. Well, this conversion does. Okay. Actually, this might delay the hard push from green. I think green had enough Cavalier to like just kind of steamroll through the eco, but we split up, we got converts, we got killed a couple times. Yeah, no. Red holding on for sure. This is looking a lot like what happened to green in game 1 when red had knights and archers in the base, but green just stuck to it. The big problem here is 1/3 the eco units for red as for green. This was my concern from the start once I saw these farms. I was like, we're gonna get baited into thinking we're safe, aren't we? I think at this point, red just substantially is too far behind, and green is floating food, and we're getting relic gold. Like, we can make infinite Cavalier at this point. You drop 2-3 more stables, man. You could shift click a stack of Cavalier through this eco right now. Where's our skirms at, though? Did we lose them all? No, we got a couple. I would even just bring that many over. That bonus damage is not to be underestimated against Halb. I really don't like sending just a couple of Cavalier to just get railed here. Yeah, no. Run away from that for sure. Bring those skirms over. Get them involved. You got 5 pop space to slackers. There we go. Easy. Like, all this is Halb with a couple show tells. You should just be able to garrison this out. If I'm not crazy. I might be crazy. But I don't think there's any reason you can't just garrison this. Yeah. A hand cannoneer. A hand cannoneer. Goodbye, cannoneer. We're going to be some BBC from green here with crop rotation. I think every eco upgrade at this point matters for green, because there's so little res on this map that you want to squeeze every res out you can. Green just yet to find that unifying push, yet to just click 20 Cavalier on this TC, and then click them on this TC, and then click them on this TC. That is, I think, how you win this game. Like, you can literally just... This does nothing. He doesn't have military. You just click. You click. With the horsies. These guys, you click. I don't love the constantly we're using APM to defend against Halberdier at home. That does bother me slightly. It's like every second that we're not killing, we're giving red a chance. Not much, but a chance. Like, we're coming back on the eco numbers. We're down 10k res, but if we can get a good kill or get good raids or something, and red can field a decent army, that's the other thing. Red keeps throwing these helps away forward, which is fine for us, but also, like, this should be a sign that red is desperate for anything. Red is desperate to kill. We got the BBC, the no, the HC, the BBC, the CC, FC, BC, AC, DC. And this should just be a complete cleanup for green. Yeah, no, the hand cannons end this game. Well, not if they all died at the castle first, but you know what I mean. Elite Showtell. Really? Did he click Elite Showtell? That's absurd, in my opinion. You're going Elite Showtell against Cavalier with... Maybe we're trying to dive, but like he's on Cavalier though. But he's on a horse though. But he's so fast, why are we trying to dive that? Are we just trying to save the castle? Are we making showtells because that's what we can make? Is it because of the production speed? I guess we've got the gold for it. Now we're dropping down the archery ranges for skirms at home for red. But yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. You needed like 3 more stables 20 minutes ago to end this game with just like... You have 40 Cavalier at any point in this game as green and you end the game. If you just have 40 Cavalier, nothing on this board can stop it. If you have 20 Paladin, even better. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm crazy. I just don't think Elite Showtells was the click. I don't think that was the one we needed. Hey, we cleaned up the light cav though. Easy cleanup for the Halb. I don't know where all that light cav came from. I didn't even know we had light cav. And plenty of stone that we've been selling for our eco. Which is going to really hurt when we run out of stuff to sell, because Hedgehog is running out of res. So fast. Yeah, no, if all these Cavalier produce, we can just end the game. In my opinion, you can end the game now, but I understand wanting to play safe, especially since you're up against a strong opponent like Hedgehog, where if you do give them that chance and you do blunder away your army, like they'll find a way. But now, you just gotta commit with everything, man. Yep, just run on under. Yep, there we go. I like this. Good snipe with the BBC on the Showtells. Yeah, the hand cannons clean that up, no problem. Just gotta keep that siege on that castle. If that castle doesn't go down, it's the only thing really doing damage to you. Heck, you don't even need to take this castle. You can win the game without touching this castle. But if you take it out, you just kind of walk in. And there's the GG called from Red. Hedgehog realizing that the second that castle goes down, there's nothing to defend. We were on Elite Showtells with one castle and a dream. I think Red had a really good showing in early castle, and then we got beat on Mango Micro, and we never recovered from that. And that's about all I have to say about that game. What are your thoughts, chat? What'd you think? Poor Relic Paladin? Yeah. Poor Relic Paladin there is just, oof, so hard to deal with if you're anybody, truly. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I think again, there was something that Red needed to do after losing those mangoes or after losing that early castle aggression. I don't know if it was boom harder. I don't think it's boom harder on a map like this. I think maybe we needed something like we need to pull back after losing like those first two mangoes, because if I'm not mistaken, we lost 5 mangoes to technically like 2 mangoes on green side during those early engagements, and that's just too much res to be losing an early castle and then get pushed back on. After watching this, I think it would be sad if Hedgehog decided to continue with streams away from AoE 2. Big loss. True, true. I think Hedgehog needs to get back on that grind, you know? I think Green is a Smurf. I don't think Green is a Smurf. I think Green is probably a player that is very much able to not get, what's the word? What is the word? Uh Green, Coyote doesn't seem like they get frazzled very easily. There was a lot of points here where Red had pressure on Green, and Green's response was literally to just keep playing the game. And I love that. I love that so much. Um, and that just tells me that it's one of those players like Megafish or Biscuits or Arbase or somebody who, when you hit them, they're just kind of like, okay, I'm being hit now, instead of someone where I feel like there's quite a few players even at this elo, even in this tournament, where if you're in feudal and you get hit, or you're in early castle and your opponent's got like siege on your face or something, you kind of start to worry, you kind of start to panic. But I didn't ever see panic from Coyote, and that's a really big key thing, I think, to how Coyote plays. Green seems very comfortable and confident, knowing he is the highest elo in the tournament. maybe, and I think that does help if you're the best player in the tournament. You do have that advantage of knowing you're not going up against somebody that technically is like rated higher than you. But I digress. I think all these players could be any of these other players on the right day. Let's go ahead and jump into game 3, shall we? I really hope that it's not another 3-0 because I think Hedgehog can beat Green. I think we just have to see it happen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 3 of the Secret Desert Cup quarterfinals between Hedgehog and Coyote. We have in the green on the Koreans, Coyote. In the red on the Malay, Desert Hedgehog. We've seen Malay on this map before, but that player went monks and archers into Bohemians. Can you go monks into Koreans? I think so. Should you? Maybe not right off the start. If red is who I think it is, though, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't think Malay were an archer shiv. But the more I look at it, they can do archers. They get every upgrade, it looks like. Yeah, I guess they just don't have a bonus, but they have great archers. They get Arb, they get Bracer, they get Armor, they get Thumb Ring, they get Ballistic, they get I mean, yeah, like, now that I look at it, I don't know what I'm talking about. Malay on an archer civ. I don't think it was right to go archers into Bohemians, but we'll see if maybe Koreans have a better matchup here. I do still wonder, like, will we see an FC Elephants for Game 3? The Hail Mary, the Take It to Game 4 special, the I don't want to leave just yet, I'm going to show you something real big. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side, Koreans, what's the Korean game plan? Well, they've got a couple of game plans. You could go Tower Rush, you could go Fast Castle into, like, Wagons, you could go Archers, you can go for a lot of things if you're Koreans. And I really like that we're seeing the Ostrich push from Green through that gate. That's really well done. Whereas, again, we saw the pattern continue where Red takes that elephant so early. And I don't know if that's a build order thing, if it's a comfort thing, but it seems like Red just always wants to take that elephant as soon as possible. In every one of these games that I've seen, Red is taking that big hunt real quick. And I don't know, maybe it's a comfort thing, maybe it's not. We've got both of our elephants here, which is also a problem in my opinion, but I don't know if that is actually a problem or not. We've got all our sheep for Red. Green still pushing ostriches in. Just hopefully going to translate into a really good feudal timing. Elephants and turtles are riot. Well, good morning, Oriko. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Welcome in. And yeah, no, turtles and Ellis or bust. That's what I say. You know, one of these days, I'm going to be in one of these Hidden Cup tournaments, but it's going to be after I've, like, practiced offline for 6 months, and then I'm just going to not pick any of the civs I'm known for playing, and you guys are going to think that I'm, like, Nando or something, and it's going to be really funny. But that's for a future episode. Gonna be bringing in that second elephant now for Coyote. He didn't have to take it as early because he pushed that ostrich, and it's not much. But pushing that ostrich and waiting to take that second elephant, it's already starting to show in that res collected. Just a little bit more for Coyote. Just a little bit more. And I don't know if it's enough for it to be what we lost for having both those elephants dead. I don't know if it's because I'm missing something. I may have missed something, but getting a res lead in Dark Age with a civ that doesn't have a bonus for that? Kind of insane, in my opinion. You should do great in hidden fishing ship Addicts Cup T4? What do you mean? I've never hid anything ever, not even once. I'm a very straightforward and aggressive player, and I don't rat out of any game ever. Anyways, no feudal yet is super interesting to me. We saw a really fast feudal in last game, though. I think that's because of the 3 rhinos. So maybe I'm tripping and I just don't remember what feudal times should be. Unless these are FC feudal times, in which case they're a little later if I remember correctly. Going to stone. Are we doing the stone sell thing? with where you go up, but you use stone because you sell it because you get more stone. You get more gold for stone than you do for the gold that you mine for the first like sell or something like that. That's probably what's happening here, unless it's a castle drop, in which case I don't know what's happening. Feudal Age is in for Coyote once again. The faster player, the more confident player, the more res leading player in Dark Age is going to be up first, and it's going to be about 20 seconds faster. But it doesn't matter, because I forgot the Malay's main thing, which is you can click up half an age before them, and they still just, they're like, hey, we're in feudal now? Cool, I'm glad, we both made it. At the same time, with no repercussions whatsoever. I love it. I do spam fishing ships in Dark Age on water maps, this is true. Nope, Malay. Yeah, I realized that very quickly. And the Malay are actually going to be up first, so screw you and your fast hands, Coyote. It does not matter because the Malay are in the game. And of course, there's that market. I thought we were going to see a market because he was mining stone. There's the blacksmith. Oh my goodness. Are we going to see elephants? If he sells stone, it's not elephants. If he doesn't sell stone, oh my goodness, I'm excited. It might be elephants. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I'm really, really, really hoping that we see elephants. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm super, super hoping we see elephants here. What's with the wildfires behind the base? It's the map. As far as I know, it's just the map. It's because I'm here. Coyote gonna be clicking castle first. Hedgehog doesn't have the res for castle, but that's honestly fine. Because as long as he clicks it sometime in the next 2 business days, he'll be up equally. I don't know if it's a castle drop, because we don't have the stone miners. As I say that, 6 are sent to stone, so let's just... Maybe I should shut my mouth and just let them do what I want them to do, which is do a castle drop elephants. Because, please, please... Sorry. I'm a little thirsty for meme strats, if you can't tell. When you're away from the game this long, all you want to see is interesting things that are like gimmicky. But when you're like deep in casting for a long time, all you want to see is good plays. Because meme strats become tiring after a while. I've been away for long enough that I want to see tower rushes. I want to see maxi plays. I want to see Malay elephant rush. I want to see like all this dumb stuff. I do think it's interesting. This is yet again another map gen where these bases are quite close to each other, and that'll lend itself really nicely to what Red is about to do. Bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum ba-da-da 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 ba-dum ba 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 ba-da-da. No. What? No! What? I'm sad. I'm very sad. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, I'm the saddest boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, good. It went up. I was so concerned there. Okay, so now what's the plan? Why are you making petard? Make elephant! Me want elephant! Build stable! Make elephant! Ah! What is this? We've done all this for nothing. Coyote has 69 stone. Nice. I'm a child. Petards? More like petards, am I right? My goodness. Oh, we're just gonna petard it. I wanted elephants. And rams from green. So neither of us are making good choices today. in my opinion. Deleting the wall is a choice, especially since it's a gate. But live your best life. This is what we're gonna watch for the next 10 minutes, by the way. This has turned into whoever's castle stays up wins the game. My favorite game. I mean, you know what deals with these rams? Maybe an elephant. Maybe even 2. No, we're gonna go for the old 10 petards into nothing. Quick, how many petards does it take to blow up a Castle Age castle? Pop quiz. Petards better, more explosions. I guess that's true. Also, good morning, Megafish. It's so good to see you. And guess what? That castle's alive, baby! Oh, goodness. Oh, Red. I wanted a Hail Mary, but not like this. No! Oh, we were so close to. Oh, my goodness. Oh, imagine if it was elephant. Oh, imagine if there were any elephant. I don't think it would have saved the game. Still, I wanted to see elephants. Well, that was a very clean 3-0 for Coyote, and by clean, I mean that last game was very clean. I think both of the last games were fighting games where genuinely, until the game was over, I wasn't 100% certain on who would win. I was worried at some points, but Coyote just having that clean play, that fresh, crisp, fast movement, and those up times, like, man, you're playing against Malay, and you're able to drop a castle as you're getting castle dropped. That's just you have to have perfect timing to be able to do something like that. And that to me just screams Megafish, like genuinely. And seeing how this was played, seeing the adaptability from Blue, I think that that's more Biscuit's playstyle. I think that this is probably Megafish. The truth is, I didn't see anything from Green that went like screamed Megafish to me, but I think that the way Coyote plays is clean enough to be Megafish, if that makes sense. I think we talked a little bit about losing some of those early scouts, but genuinely, I think everyone could lose some of those early scouts on game 2. Um okay. So we are gonna see Lynx versus Coyote, which means that could potentially be Biscuits versus Megafish. And if it is, gosh, do I want to be here for it? Oh my goodness, do I want to be here for it? Can you go back to show petards? I cannot because I do not currently have DE Pro because I am poor. That is all. Guessing time. Please go guess. Go to the Google form. Put in your guesses. I will put in my guesses. Who is Desert Hedgehog? I am going to go for these guesses. I won't show you guys, but I have submitted my response. And I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a sheep. So my choices are still Nando and Megafish because I think that this is how a Nando Megafish set would go. Not to mention the GGs from Red at the end. Green clearly Biscuits. I don't know. I feel like the way that Biscuits plays is a little bit different from that. I think also, I will say the Mango Micro gave away a lot for me specifically. That felt like Megafish. That felt like I was watching someone who just like understood how micro mango worked. And it's not that Nando doesn't understand how micro mango work. It is just that I think that in a micro mango war, Megafish does take 5 of Nando's mangoes, you know? Um, but that's just my thoughts, truly. Maybe chat thinks differently. We're supposed to jump in with Pride and Christella to do a post breakdown. So let me break it down for you real quick. Czar sent me a meme because he Fun of me. Uh, hang on, hang on. When you explain Malay bonuses, hey, it's actually more than half an age, but my statement still stands that if you click up half an age early, it doesn't matter. Like, you will still just be like, oh, hey, when'd you get here? I've been here for a while. You know, it's, oh man, goodness, goodness, goodness. Okay, let me go ahead and see if the other gamers are ready for chit chatting.
I think I will. I will try to make them standard because this is really great.
What is
It
up?
just helps.
Hello,
Titan!
Tactical.
What
Nice to
is
see you again.
what is gaming, my gamers? Did anyone have any unique thoughts about the last set? Because I think all of mine are just echoes of what's been already said.
Yeah, like I haven't seen any difference between round of 16 and this one based on both players. Funny thing I noticed immediately was the Coyote did the same strategy on every map they played. Especially on the second game where they went 16 pop feudal age into scouts, and they did that in the round of 16 as well.
Oh, interesting. I did not see that, so that is actually good information to have. Hmm.
And like I
Who?
feel like there's very little, like very small group of players who are capable of doing that specific strategy.
To be fair, that's also a map thing, because on Desert Paradise you start with the huts, so you don't need houses, which means you can go to food right away, in theory. And also you have reborns that you can bring that are relatively close to the TC. So those in combination, if you prep the map a little bit, I think it's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I think
um
Desert Void is also probably the easiest map to prep for because you don't really have to prep anything outside of like starting build.
Yeah, exactly. And
yeah, probably.
it's more so like how bad the generation can kill you, though. Because like looking at that map generation, Hedgehog had issues. Like the main
Yeah.
gold behind the woodline on the
Mhm.
far right, it was like a really bad generation as well.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think it's. I want try to differentiate. I don't think that was a. How do I call this?
A
I
factor?
don't think.
No.
I don't
But
think it was 100% a factor. Like I don't think it's a bad generation. I think it's more of an unfortunate generation because that can
yeah.
happen. That's not
Oh,
something
for
that's like,
sure.
oh my god, the map is so bad, right? Bedouins, I will fully take the blame, and I will fully admit those Bedouin scripts we have seen is they're absolutely terrible. But this is something that can happen on Desert Void. Like it will always spawn like outside-ish of the woodlines, and it just can't go towards every direction. Did you have any other? No, so you didn't have any other guesses for two players than the round of 16 had, I would assume.
I
No.
mean,
No,
Like
okay.
it just really clear on who the players are for these two. In a sense, it's also unfortunate because the guessing aspect of it kind of like falls out.
No,
I
but
mean,
that's honestly, I enjoyed not having to wrap my mind around so many things because there's
yeah,
so many unknowns in this tournament. I'm happy to have
exactly.
these two being like, okay, let's just watch a good old Nando versus Megafish game.
Yeah,
is there
exactly. Like,
is there a world
sorry.
where like Hedgehog is Otter?
No,
No.
why would you go Otter?
Hedgehog had
Because
the exact same draft.
I felt like Hedgehog was like doing that thing that Otter does where we go aggro and then it doesn't work and then we keep trying to go aggro and it keeps not working, but it keeps working just enough that we don't pivot. And I feel like that is a trap that specifically I've seen Otter fall into
I
where
could see that.
we
I
get
could
that
see that.
aggression, we get that
However,
early castle, we get that, whatever, and then we lose the game from there because we either don't win the trade or we think we're in a better spot than we are.
I like the argument actually. Here's the
But
problem. Where's Nando then?
yeah, I think the biggest thing you have to consider is when you're looking at this from a player's standpoint, there's a 400 elo difference.
Yeah.
So like if let's say we're correct, Hedgehog is Nando, Coyote is Fish. Hedgehog needs to get as much damage as they can to do in feudal age. The longer the game goes on, the more in favor to Fish or Coyote it will end up being, as we saw in game 1, as we saw in game 2. Once they both hit Imp, like, Coyote just ran away with the game. On
That is true.
the first
And
game.
that is something. That is something. I've watched a couple of Nando streams, and Nando can play such a great game. But the transition to Imp, and especially in early mid Imp, is where he struggles the most. Like suddenly he doesn't have his army in position. Like suddenly his economy isn't what it should be. But until then, and I'm going to say this, if this was Nando versus Megafish today, huge props to Nando. He played amazingly for the fact that these two are supposed to be
Oh
400
yeah.
elo cards
Yeah.
currently. Nando played such a good game until like mid-late Castle Age in both of these, and really gave Megafish a fight. Especially in the first game, Nando was ahead to Imp, ahead in Wilson Imp. He played
Yeah.
like such a great. He honestly very well played.
Also, can we also like mention how symmetrical Nando's base was?
Yeah.
Game 1.
True. This
It
is
was
true.
beautiful.
I mean, for someone who says that his building placement is awful, which it is, because he could have walled the front instead of make like archery range, blacksmith in a line away from
Yeah,
the sea,
I was really confused about that.
walling out his own gold. Like, yeah, but no, I think that's pretty fair. I sent you both, I think, the updated bracket if you want to show what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's up happening. Like again, like if you tell me the guesses here aren't 100% on both sides,
Oh
I'd
yeah, the
actually be
guesses.
surprised.
I guess.
I'd
Okay,
genuinely be surprised.
someone I think we just overrun a little bit. Christella, how did you like those games?
Yeah.
If she's still there, she might have left. I don't know.
I think
We've
she's still
talked
here.
I think she
over.
might have left. Yes.
No,
Still here.
she's
Chris?
there.
I'm
You go.
still here. I'm just being quiet. I'm eating ice
Oh.
cream.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's perfect. Enjoy the ice cream. No,
Sorry.
because you've been a guest on this 2 times now, which
Mhm.
so how do you, as someone who probably hasn't watched the first edition we did of this, how did you or what experience did you have with those like games and settings?
It's been very interesting trying to guess who the players are, to be honest on it. It's been interesting seeing the different tactics that they have chosen in playing on the different maps. It's also very different because I'm low elo, so I'm used to not going this fast and everything else. But it's interesting to see the difference that elo can make, especially on this game, on this set that we just seen. How the difference between Nando versus Fish, if it is those two people, how different the styles ended up taking off after certain ages. You could actually see where it changed.
Yeah, you can see where like it was kind of similar, right? Like and
yeah,
you could see okay, these two players are pretty evenly matched
and
until
then
they're
it got
not,
to a
right?
certain
Until
place.
they're not, and then
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
sort of yes, yeah. It's actually an interesting perspective. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
really
but
makes
it was
me want to go
interesting
watch
watching
the
it.
first Coyote games.
Oh, you? Oh
Yeah.
no, the first Coyote set you should watch absolutely.
Okay.
It was a good set.
100%. That was very
Also,
good.
I'm kind of curious. I don't know if anybody can confirm this in chat or not. Was Hedgehog's draft the exact same?
I don't think it was exact same because I think he had Malians in the first
I was gonna
one.
say somebody said it was like almost exactly.
I think it was 1 civ away. I think it was 1 civ away. I can check. It's all. By the way, it's all on Wikipedia. This tournament has a Wikipedia page.
Oh my
we
gosh!
can
No
maybe,
way.
We can maybe share that in chat. I should have brought this up a lot more often, but I just now remembered. Actually, let
Thank
me.
you, Ghost.
Just...
Which
So
point?
there isn't. Okay. By the way, Tea Time, can you show where I tagged you in Discord? Because I thought your description of the Malay bonus was absolutely hilarious.
I was laughing so hard. Hang on.
Can you maybe show that to stream because?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so tournament.
Thank you, Ghost.
Here.
Yes.
Share them both in both chats. So this is for tactical tea time, and this is for the Legion.
I said during the last set, Pride and Christella, I was like, "Yeah, Malay, you just advance half an age early." and, and Zardos edited out their Malay thing and was like, "Advancing crosses out 66%, half an age before them." It's true. It's true. You can't even say it's
Yeah.
wrong. It's faster than that, technically. Okay, so we are looking at no, what were we doing? Oh, Liquipedia? Is that what we were sharing in the chat? Oh, you already did.
Yes.
You already did. Perfect.
Oh, they had Shu instead of Romans. It's the exact same draft.
My God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
And I just accidentally opened League of Legends. What am I doing? Let me close that
Well,
real quick. Okay, so I think that is all. If you guys have any closing statements, I appreciate you guys being willing to jump in for the post set breakdowns.
it's been fun. I've had a lot of fun being invited to co-cast with Pride on these. First time doing anything higher than me. A lot
Can you
higher
hear
than
me?
me anyway. It's been interesting.
Zara,
Can
I
you hear
can
me? Am
hear
I back?
you. Yes.
Oh yes, you can. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I didn't share the guesses yet. So
Ooh.
Oh, right. That's
for
what it was.
for Desert Hedgehog, we had that's a lot of votes today. Holy shit, that might have been the most votes we've ever gotten for a set.
Wow.
And it is on the dot perfectly 75% the Nando. There's not much else to be guessed here. I think the rest is kind of like one-off votes, like whatever. For Coyote, things are not as clear as they seem, at least not to the Twitch chat.
Ooh.
Oh,
Really?
Okay, interesting.
We do have a favorite in Megafish still, with 50%.
Oh, wow.
31, but there's a close second that has not been mentioned until I've heard him for like a couple of minutes ago. 31.3%, not that far off in second place, is the other one.
Oh, interesting.
Really?
The
Interesting.
Yeah,
For
the other one is
Coyote?
for Coyote, yes. And then there's a couple of biscuit guesses, but not that many, and the rest, like, there's one Nando vote
Honestly.
in there who I think might have just voted for the wrong person. So yeah.
That can
Honestly, if I
happen.
had to say, like, if there was any point in my head where I had to guess someone else other than Megafish for Coyote, I probably would have went with Apollo over Otter or like
Interesting.
Biscuits. 'Cause I feel like
Honestly,
it's a very clean play style that goes very high into late game, which to me tells me it's a very, very
yeah, but
competitive player.
this like super clean, consistent macro to castle age, which just looks clean every single time, and then going immediately slapping down TCs, and this is just an 1800 Megafish who
Yeah.
just does this because he had holidays, he did nothing but playing Age of Empires, and that's the consistency you get.
Yeah, it's summer. He
Yeah.
doesn't have school for 3 months. Does
Yeah, like,
nothing except
honestly.
jerk off and play games like, kids.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness.
Wow. Oh my god.
Mine
And
was meant as a compliment. I'm not gonna get into whatever you just said. So
so,
speak for yourself.
that being said, though, I would really
Wow.
hope that we would see, if this is Mega Fish, I would really hope that we see him like go up in Elo on the ladder soon, or maybe get into like some higher tier tournaments, because I think the big thing that's been stopping him from just taking off has been time. So if he has that time, I think he's going to become unstoppable. I don't. You guys don't know this about me. I've been a day one Megafish since TCC. I've been a fan, so I
Fair
am
enough.
always rooting for him to like succeed. And if we see something like Biscuits versus Megafish in this next like set, that is hopefully going to be something where either Biscuits can bring out a side of Megafish that we haven't seen, and maybe that can show us who really it is, or alternatively, maybe Megafish can show Biscuits his weaknesses and he can get better. So I don't know when the last time these two players played each other, if they've played each other, but I'm excited if that's the match we see, to see what it brings out in the players themselves.
Yeah, I would 100% agree.
I mean,
Also, there's I mean, we had 2-3-0s again today. It's not like Scarab or Hedgehog had no chance. I think they put up a pretty solid fight on a lot of these.
Yes.
Something very interesting. First of all, two things I want to touch on, and then I'm going to let you finish the stream. There's one thing. First of all, tomorrow I think we'll have crazier and closer sets. I think tomorrow will be very, very. We have who is probably Chris against someone who was voted as our base tomorrow. So we might have that.
Oh.
And then potentially we potentially have a clash of giants and someone who was voted to be Biscuits versus who was voted to be Apollo, which is also like, and tomorrow we'll have great games. I'll tell you that much. And
Yeah.
something interesting is going to happen for the semifinals. I just want to let people know the semifinalists will have seen in the round 1 sets of their opponents.
Oh,
That's something to keep in mind.
interesting.
So the semi-finalists will have seen the regs of the round of 1 of their opponent, and the grand finalists will have seen the first 2 rounds. That's something we can touch on in the next stream. Yeah. All right, that's it from me. You can choose to do from now on whatever you like. Thank you so much for casting, all 3 of you. It's been a pleasure, and signing off.
Anytime.
Thank you
Hope
for
you had a lot
having
of
me.
fun.
Thank you for having all of us.
Mhm.
And Christella and
Same.
Pride, both of you. We gotta. I haven't cast with Pride ever, and Christella, you've been around forever. So, if you ever want to co-cast, just let me know, guys.
Oh, most definitely. It's glad to
For
see you
sure.
back, Tactical. Yeah.
And good to meet you, Pride.
Nice to meet you too.
I'll catch you later, guys. Alrighty, we are gonna go ahead and raid somebody to end out this stream here. I appreciate you guys tuning in to Zardos's event, and if you want to keep seeing me brought on to host events like this and do casting, then just make sure you let organizers know, hey, get my name out there. I'm back. I'm doing stuff again. I'm probably not going to be doing any independent things that aren't for YouTube anytime soon, but I am down to cast for uh like one day for a tournament or do events or stuff like that. So, alrighty, who should we raid into here? I kind of want to raid someone that I don't know, but it appears that there's plenty. Here we go. We got somebody, no viewers. Let's go give him some love. He's been alone for an hour playing some 1v1s with Byzantines. Let's go see it. Catch you later, guys. Bye.
You know, I like every little aspect here. And obviously this is a problem. Ooh, we have visitors. We have visitors. Welcome.